Every minute, 20 people in the United States experience abuse from an intimate partner. 1 in 4 women and 1 in 9 men experience domestic violence from an abusive partner. Lack of knowledge and silence play a huge part as to why this continues. Experts say that there are 4 phases in the cycle of abuse: the tension phase, the incident phase, the reconciliation phase, and the calm phase. No one goes into a relationship wanting to be abused, or knowingly or willingly wanting to be abused by a partner. Domestic violence is no respecter of person. People from all walks of life, race, color, experience domestic violence. Today, I'd like to talk to you about the first phase, which is the tension phase. In my case, it started like any other relationship. Boy meets girl, you go out on a few dates. He seemed nice, but quiet, and I excused it. We had fun together in the beginning, sort of like the honeymoon phase of any relationship, but we ended up spending an excessive and unnatural amount of time together. He started telling me about his past relationships, about how he had been neglected and mistreated. I began to feel sorry for him after a while, the more he told me. And the more I felt sorry for him, the more I felt a part of his pain. Then changes, very subtle I noticed, like mood swings, a cold distance. His spirit started being agitated with me, and I started feeling like I couldn't do anything right based upon what he said about his past. So I started asking more questions. I was more inquisitive because some things just didn't add up. He resented me questioning his behavior, and then that's when the arguments started. Then I would get the silent treatment. The longer we stayed together, the more I started feeling like I had to walk on eggshells just to keep the peace. Deep down, I felt like something was going to happen because the arguments started to progress and they were more frequent. But I stayed. And some may ask why. Why not walk away when I started seeing those signs in the beginning? First of all, I didn't even know what signs were. Lack of knowledge, right? And secondly, they were subtle. They were very, very subtle. And even when I saw them, I felt like I was just in too deep. I felt like we started making memories. He wanted a relationship, I wanted a relationship. It felt right. Then I started comparing his relationships to our relationships. Maybe I could change him. Maybe I could prove I was the one for him if I just did what he said. If I just didn't do what those other girls did, maybe he would view me different. But let me tell you, that's never a reason to stay in a relationship, especially when you start seeing these signs in the beginning, especially when you start feeling his spirit change, his mood swings change, and you start questioning, what did I do wrong? Why am I feeling like this? I'm supposed to be happy. We're just getting started. I felt like I could care for him better than his past. I felt like I could create a relationship, a safe haven for him. A man is supposed to protect the woman, not the opposite. A relationship is supposed to be purposeful. It's never supposed to be started out of convenience. It's never supposed to be started to fill a void that you felt like wasn't there. It's supposed to be based off of love, the right things, and God should ordain it. So again, that's the first phase. There are always opportunities to leave. If you or someone you know is in a relationship similar to mine that's showing these signs early in the relationship, please realize that silence is not the answer. If you're in a relationship like this, please know That guilt or embarrassment will cause you to stay where you will potentially be unsafe. Without intervention, it doesn't get any better, and the cycle moves on to the next phase. The National Domestic Hotline number is 1-800-799-7233. If you're unable to speak safely, please text LOVE IS to 1-866-331-9474. 24/7. They're waiting for you. Please comment and share. We'll talk more. See you next week.